королева ДНР виходить на тропу. Листопад. Діана. 24,7 тысячи підписників. Діана Листопад, журналист. Учу вас делать контент. Главное по сторителлингу. Консультирую по Reels. Все мои проекты по ссылке.
Только что меня признали лицом, угрожающим национальной безопасности Финляндии. И не пустили в страну. Сейчас расскажу, почему. Я решила поехать в Финляндию из Питера на автобусе. Села на утренний рейс с прекраснейшим настроением, взяла с собой завтрак, авокадо, яичко пашот, пармезан, руккола. Еще чайку себе налила. Короче, все было по кайфу. В паспорте у меня была французская виза на 5 лет. До 2024 года я могу кататься в Європу.
Ось як вони зараз і катаються. Тобто, переважно їм, якщо й дають зараз, відкривають нові візи, то дуже на короткий термін, на тиждень, там, на 3 дні, стільки, скільки у них там має тривати ця подорож. Але люди, яких ви бачите в Європі, росіяни, які, типу, не живуть там постійно, приїжджають, виїжджають, вони їздять по цим 5-річним візам. Виходить, що остання ця віза, вона закінчиться коли? Умовно, якщо вона була видана в січні 22-го року, то ось за 5 років вона закінчиться в 27-му. Тому ще якийсь час, певна кількість невелика. Бо я пам'ятаю, коли ще нам давали ці візи, на 5 років отримати візу, мені не давали на 5 років. Я не пам'ятаю, це щось дуже серйозне. Треба було якісь дуже серйозні документи надати, щоб аж на 5 років отримати її.
Российскую границу я прошла без проблем, а вот на финской меня просто не пустили. Оказывается, страна сейчас отказывает всем русским в туризме.
Оказывается, ой, а виза французская.
И если у меня нет работы или родственников в Финляндии, я туда не попаду.
Фіни просто красавчики. Знову ж таки, повертаючись до фінансової сторони питання, маєте розуміти, що туристи з Росії – це країна, яка межує з Фінляндією. Фінляндія не така вже і туристична країна, щоб там італійці або там зі всього світу інші там туристи сиділи і в першу чергу мріяли потрапити в Фінляндію, подивитись там цю країну. А росіяни їздили, бо це такий близький закордон, знову ж таки з цієї Ленінградської області. Вони собі там кордон переїхали і вже в Євросоюзі вже дивляться, як там прикольно. Отже, для фінів це великі гроші. І не пускати туристів – це значить добровільно відмовитись від цих грошей. І це вони роблять задля того, щоб підтримати нас. І підтримати, знову ж таки, свою безпеку, не бачити на своїй території цих незрозумілих, причому навіть дівчат, як ви бачите, молодих. Просто не хочуть і відмовляються. Не треба нам цих там мільйонів ваших рублів, не приїжджайте, давайте залишайтесь у себе. Охеренно.
У меня забрали 2 паспорта и посадили в зону ожидания. Я ждала отказа 2 часа. В итоге мне дали бумагу, что я представляю угрозу для безопасности страны. Обратно пришлось добираться попуткой. Села в машину к добрым людям, и они довезли до Выборга. Ну, кстати, хоть по этому городу погуляла.
Виборг, фінське місто, яке під час радянсько-фінської війни вони анексували. Погуляла. Поїдь, погуляй по ісконно русским територіям.
Кстати, хоть по этому городу погуляла. Он невероятно красивый. Теперь, если что, знаете, кто такая Диана Листопад. Ее боятся даже целые страны.
Діана Ноябрь, блін. А так, чергова недолуга росіянська тварина. А ми дивимось сторіс далі. Шановні, війна триває, і ми продовжуємо забезпечувати ЗСУ дуже необхідною річчю, як на мене, термобілизною. Нещодавно ми з Владом Шевченко були в Польщі в турі «Упсе, що трапилось» і зібрали там більше ніж 1,7 мільйонів гривень, яких вистачить на більш ніж 4 тисячі комплектів термобілизни. На даний момент 2 тисячі вже прямують до нас в офіс. І я думаю, що коли ця програма вийде, ми їх вже відправимо нашим захисникам та захисницям. Але ми хочемо трошки добити цей збір, закупити загалом 5 тисяч комплектів. Отже, необхідно зібрати ще 250 тисяч гривень. І задля того, щоб це зробити, ми хочемо розіграти ось такий срібний український паспорт, який розробила Дарина Ши, моя співведуча в програмі «Дурнів плюс 1», та залізна крамниця, яка є крамницею Укрзалізниці. Це їх спільний проект. Це срібна штучка, вона вона ручної роботи і, мені здається, дуже гарна. А окрім цього, ми розігруємо ще 10 футболок із Дурнів Шоп, які спеціально були створені для цього польського туру і на спині мають розклад цього туру. Це унікальна річ, її зробили в обмеженій кількості і більше, звісно, робити всіх вони не будуть. Отже, 10 футболок та оцей срібний паспорт розігрується. Що треба, щоб взяти участь у розіграші? Треба задонатити від 200 гривень, це один лотерейний квиток. Щоб збільшити свої шанси, ви можете донатити більше і купувати більше лотерейних квитків.
Okay, nice. Because the dude for the internet just left the house.
Не з Монобанку, не забувайте додавати ваш
He
номер телефону,
changed
щоб в разі чого
the
ми змогли
router.
з вами
Apparently we had the
зв'язатися.
old one
Бажаю вам
since
удачі.
2015. Since 2015 we had the old one, so he wasn't too happy about that. He was like, why didn't you go before? I was like, it was working before. He was like, well, it's not working now. And it's not working now because it's from 2015, it's ancient.
Українці,
And then he brings the same one, it's just black.
Пожалуйста, мне ваши маты в директе читать неинтересно. Я
Two
вас
zeros.
все равно просто молча отправляю.
Oh,
в
you-
Как
oh.
люблю свою страну, так и буду любить,
We're
несмотря
talking about the
ни на
dot
что. А от вас,
and
говна,
the comma
мы уже
difference. And I
наслушались.
thought you were talking about the
Шини, сонечко.
markings. So I was like, what do you mean the rest of the world uses these ones? And then instead of these ones, and they're both the same. And I was looking at that message for such a long time, trying to figure out what was different.
Относительно недавно, примерно месяц-полтора назад, у нас был...
Zero brain power in this bitch. Zero brain power. I swear to God. Yeah, I never know how it's written. I never know how it's written. I never know which one is proper. I know one is American and one is English. I don't know which one is which. I never know. At my workplace, we have to write it with a dot. Because if you write it with a comma, it doesn't recognize it as like 1,200. You write with a comma, but 1.20 you write with a dot. Comma is American? So an American wants to say 1.50, they go 1,5. So what do they do with thousands then? They just write 1,000 like 1,500. No. Separator.
И в процессе выяснения обстоятельств было понятно, что это тоже было сделано Украиной.
Ну, якщо це було зроблено в Україні, тоді
Bam,
слава
Canadians.
Україні, шановні.
1,200.
Взагалі, ось вона жаліється,
Oh,
що
yeah,
не
they like
достало вже
separate.
мати писати і ламати історії.
Because I know at workplace I have to do it with a dot.
Я не побачу,
I have to
як
write.
її обсикають обличчя. Цього буде недостатньо.
This one is comma. This one is dot. I have to do the second one, the dot one, because if I do the first one, it doesn't recognize it as like 1 kilo or something. It doesn't recognize it, so it just fucks everything up. And then you wanna like finish the document and you can't because the document is like, that doesn't seem to be correct.
Не особо политикан, как бы.
А Russia not good at politics, impossible.
Политикан. Постольку, поскольку. Ну, тюк носу могу прикинуть, кто прав, кто
I
нет.
think we use the same thing.
Поскольку я диванный критик, но я хочу сказать, что в Израиле никогда покоя не будет. Никогда.
Ага, ну Ольга Лейбман.
Никогда не успокоятся палестинцы по поводу того, что израильтяне заняли их.
Oh damn, it's almost as if someone else might never be able to know peace.
Рубрика «Мнение тупой».
It's almost as if someone else might never know peace.
А знаєш, що ще всі знають? Що Крим – це Україна, і Донбас – це Україна. І ми ніколи не зупинимось в наших намаганнях повернути наші землі. Чомусь вони тут розуміємо, тут не розуміємо.
Никогда они не успокоятся. Они будут биться до конца. До
Professional googling right here.
У меня просто такая мысль.
I did some
возникла.
professional
Может,
googling.
реально
You did professional googling.
решили
What did you write?
переселить туда
I wrote number difference, comma, dot.
еврейское.
Gave me the Wikipedia immediately.
Одесса уже
The internet knew. Sometimes I write these stupid shits and like they're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you want.
только евреи.
Oh.
Мало того, красивее, все туда ломанулись.
You did it smarter. I did it dumber.
Євреї тут завжди жили, хай приїжджають.
You know what's
вони
my favorite thing
проти.
in the world? You know what's my favorite? Let me show you one of my favorite things in the world. Perplexity bot. It's AI, and you can ask him whatever you want to ask him, and he finds you. here's my previous searches. But you can ask him, and then, for example, if you go, who writes comma instead of dot in numbers? He does this thing, okay? He is looking for it now. Oh, he doesn't do that on PC. He does that on phone. He like shows you the Google searches he's doing, and they're always so much smarter than mine are, because I want to input the Google search into him, and I'm unable to do it in proper letters. And then he just does it. He just figures out what I want. It's the best thing ever. I love him. Most European countries use the comma as a decimal separator. United Kingdom, United States, and other Commonwealth countries use the dot as a decimal separator. This means that at my work, the documentation is set up so I have to do it in the English-speaking way instead of the normal way. Venezuela, Chile, Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay use comma as a decimal separator. Okay. Different countries in Africa use different decimal separators. Asian countries, they use the decimal comma. Okay, so everyone uses comma apart from the English speakers, which is the United Kingdom, United States, and Commonwealth countries. Well, fair. Well, fair, I guess. What's the difference? What's the difference? Lies in regional conventions and historical preferences. In most European countries, the comma is used as a decimal separator, while the dot is used in English speakers' voice. Why? This is not centralized globally and is influenced by historical, linguistic, cultural factors. I want to know which ones. Oh! Hey, I haven't tried the aria yet. I saw it came in. You know, it's my conversation. You can't see it on screen, right? Because it has like the side tab for Aria. Let me see if it works. No, you can't see it. Okay, great. It's good you can't see it because you know what's my conversation with Aria? You know what's my conversation? How can I help? How many civilians died in Yugoslav wars? And she gave me the answer. She said it's around 140,000 people. That's my entire conversation with the fucking bot. 3 messages overall. Oh, I love it so much. Aria is great. Wait, does Aria... Can she give me sources? What can she do? I can pin stuff, I can refer stuff, I can copy stuff. Because I like this one. I like this one because it allows me. Let me try to do this. Highlight. Oh, explain briefly, explore topic, translate. Ooh, explore topic, Aria. Come on. Aria is exploring. I should be doing this on stream. Whenever someone asks me something I don't know, I'm just gonna highlight it. Just gonna be like, Aria, quickly. Oh yeah, guys, actually, I have always known this, by the way. Okay, Croatian educational system is great, okay? The difference between using a comma and a dot is primarily a matter of regional variation and cultural norms. She's not telling me anything good. I still don't know why. I still don't know why. I wanna... Oh, related topics. Academia Stack Exchange had a topic on this. There's no rule that in academia points must be used instead of commas. There's a rule that in English the point rather than the comma is used. Romania National Day! Congratulations, Romania! Congratulations, Romania! Congratulations, Romania! What are you gonna do for your National Day? What are you going to do? Are you going to be drinking some Romanian national drinks? What are your Romanian national drinks? Can I get something? What do people drink? What do people like drinking? So we have a Twitch streamer seems oddly intrigued in Bangladesh 1971. FBI gonna pop in like... I'm gonna do a thing. You know that Twitch streamer who was at one point caught faking her gameplay and then she blamed it on her friend. Do you guys know the clip? That's gonna be me when FBI pops at my door. I'm gonna be like, it wasn't me, it was Arya. Arya, why did you leave these super ultra secret governmental documents open on my PC? Maybe it works. Interneting, more sleeping for the next work days. Oh, people seem to be partying. Go party! Go outside to party. Go drink something. You know what a big thing is to have a National Day celebration in a free country? I think we should. I'm genuinely, look, I'm pushing for pan-European nationalism in a way that we all should be more proud about our nation and more proud of what our nation did in the years of existing to reach the stage where we are now, where you can be free, you know? If you compare it, like, do we have corruption and bullshit? Yeah, we do. But like 30 years ago, if you were in Croatia criticizing the government, you would be sent to fucking Goli Otok. Okay, it was a tiny little rock island. Have I shown you Goli Otok on stream? I think I did. Tiny little rock island. The translation is literally naked island because it has nothing. It's just a rock. It's just a rock in the middle of the sea. You would be sent here, and then you would have to be bringing rocks around. Like, you had to be bringing rocks from one place to the other place. That's what you had to be doing, okay? 30 years ago, it was Yugoslavia. Technically, it wasn't Croatia. Don't blame it on Croats. We were good. It was Yugoslavia. You criticize government, you get sent here, you work until you either die or they release you. Know how much we had to fight and die to bring us to the current state of things? We gotta appreciate this, my man. I think we're not appreciating our democracies enough and our freedoms enough. And that's why you got this bullshit with Westerners going full on, oh yeah, well maybe Russia is a great country. Like, you don't know how much better you are having it now. You don't know how to appreciate this bullshit. So learn how to appreciate it. Also, we need to mock the duchies, okay? Talking about you don't know how to appreciate your country. Have you seen what Netherlands is like? No, you probably haven't. But they have just chosen the weirdest man ever to lead their government, okay? Where the fuck do I have him? Oh, here he is. That's how we get years. Not democracies, people who don't know how to celebrate and feel thankful for their democracy. You can badmouth your president. You can. I talk shit about him all the time. He's an imbecile. He's a little tiny idiot. I'm gonna beat his ass. You couldn't badmouth him 30 years ago. You can't do it right now. You wanna call Zoran Milanovic a little tiny pussy ass bitch boy who is on Kremlin money? You can do that. What's he gonna do to you? Cry? Can't do shit. He can't do shit to me, okay? IDF published information regarding the evacuation of Gazan civilians for the safety in the stage of war. Oof. Map published divides the territory into zones according to recognizable areas. This enables the residents to orient themselves and to evacuate from specific places for their safety. We keep counting rocks on an island. I don't gonna listen me to Ireland. Okay, we closed. We closed the island. The fuck is that? My man. It's basically Israel is like, oh guys, we're going to kill everyone in number 753 right now with an airstrike, so you gotta evacuate. And then all the civilians have to run. That's what it basically seems to be. It always sends messages to the people of Gaza by asking them to evacuate the targeted areas that constitute the target of army's activities and directing them in all possible ways. Publish a map that includes a list of blocks with their numbers as a means of knowledge. Numbers of the blocks in Gaza appear with a clear call to the residents of Gaza, please pay attention and check this map. Anyone who sees the block number in which he lives or is near it must track and follow instructions of the IDF through various media outlets and obey them. You know what I'm wondering about? What is it with internet connection in Gaza? What is... Because I remember it was cut off at the start. Is it back? Tito was horrible, but Tito's vodka is my favorite. How do you choose a favorite vodka? Are they not all the same? Is it like aesthetically looking prettier, or is it like actually something? In Gaza, there have been reports of internet blackouts and disruptions. Throughout Gaza Strip, there are around a dozen internet service providers and cell phone companies that provide internet access to the people. However, there have been instances where internet services have been completely cut off due to international access being disconnected. In October 2023, internet traffic across Gaza decreased by over 80% as a result of a combination of direct attacks on civilian infrastructure. However, there have also been instances where internet access has been partially restored after a blackout. I feel it would be a good way to reduce casualties. And even then, like, you're destroying people's homes. So it's still like, how do we feel about it? But would be a good way to reduce casualties if you ensured these people had access to the internet, proper access to the internet in the first place. Because you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when in the first few days of battles, internet to Gaza was completely cut off. You remember when there were talks of Israel like going balls deep, and then for a while we were getting no news from Palestinians. We were just getting Israeli news because they were the only ones who were able to get internet in Gaza. And then there was a Twitter post made. And the Twitter post was like, oh yeah, civilians like leave to this area, but like the civilians of Gaza couldn't see it because they didn't have internet access in the first place. The post was only made so Westerners would look at it and go, oh look, Israel cares. And they didn't really care. You know, they knew civilians ain't gonna see the shit. They knew the people who are going to see the shit are going to be their allies, just like outside of the country. So I wonder if this is a similar situation. I wonder if this is something similar to this, though I'm not sure how they could be. I'm not sure what would be another way to do this. I have no fucking idea. Like if you're already, you know, up for doing strikes, I'm not sure if there's really an idea on how to make them safer for civilians. Especially if you also, you know, acknowledge that Hamas is quite connected with the civilian population. I've got no idea. It's the sections that Israel separated the Gaza into, so they could be like, hey guys, you're bombing this part of the city, leave. You wanna live? Leave. You wanna survive the bombing? Leave. Go out. Ish. Only this part is gonna get bombed, so you have to go to other parts. That's the idea. Hamas casualties? Yeah, I haven't really understood that, even when it comes to them like asking all the civilians to evacuate to another part of Gaza, right? Like Hamas is just gonna go with them. You're not gonna do anything to destroy them. You might take away some of their weapons and shit. They're gonna get new ones. I like the tunnels. Okay, yeah, the tunnels too. They only exist to tell people to get out. Yeah, they exist to tell people to get out. Yeah, basically. But with a lack of internet access, I do wonder how useful they are going to be, these types of maps. like if you, but also you can't ensure internet access, you know, it depends on infrastructure, and of course infrastructure is going to be damaged with this, so what do you do then? It's one of those, you know what I feel like? It's one of those things where I feel you have to admit that bombing such a part of the world with so many civilians there, so close to each other, like you can't really do it morally correctly. You can try to do these little things to minimize the casualties. Are you going to be able to properly minimize them? I don't feel like you will. It's like putting a bandage on a gunshot wound. You know what it is? It's like kind of masking the thing, but you're not really masking it. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Oh! I love you people so much. I love you people so much. Holy shit, there's more webcams? Baltic live cam? What? That exists? What is that? Can I just... Oh! I can just look at what's happening in your countries? Hey, are you outside? Are you outside walking? Go and dab right here so I see you. Nice! I can look at all of them. Look how much now you have. Whoa. But Nickland, yeah, I was thinking about that one. I was like, what am I gonna see? It's not loading. It's not even loading, so I guess. Bro, it's called Baltic Live Cam. I go down here, I see Israel. My dude, where are you? Okay, I guess. One of us. Nice. This one is also not loading properly. What else can I get? Tel Aviv? The Baltic Live Cam. That's Croatia. Nice. What do you have from Croatia? Oh, you have a lot of countries. Holy shit. Nice. This is actually kind of... Bosnia. You got Bosnia. You got Ukraine. You got Serbia. You got Vatican. Croatia. Okay, here it is. I completely missed it. Hvar, Cres, Bol, Dubrovnik, Krk. You got Krk. Pula, Split, Klis, Rijeka, Tisna, Murter. Nice, you actually have a lot. I mean, it's all seaside areas. You don't have any proper places where actual people live. You just got the fish places. You got the fish places around. This is Krk. This is Krk. You might observe there's just the sea and the fishes. No people around. No people. One cam looking at eagle nest. Those evil Jews. My man. Oh my man. Reminds me of that one chatter. We had a stupid ass chatter in here these days who keeps on talking about how the Jews organized World War II in order to get land of Israel. Man, I can't wait for Europe to be forced to do something about anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in Europe. I'm unironically being pushed towards wanting a bit more regulation regarding discriminatory speech against religious people. Never thought I would say that in my life. Never thought I would fucking say that in my life. But we need to figure out something because the situation is fucking stupid. Europe's going into bullshit. What a mad lad. What a mad lad indeed. It's the same with Hinkle. Have you seen Hinkle? Hinkle had a talk recently with that dumbass kid. What's his name? Sneeko. They had a conversation recently, and Hinkle brought out the idea that all Nazis were gay secretly. It's like that's what it feels like to me, you know, these stupid ass theories. That should be illegal. Like, it should be fucking illegal to say that in front of kids watching you. Some of these kids gonna grow up into fucking idiots because of you. It should be illegal. It should be punishable, okay? I should be able to see you rot in prison somewhere because you spread these bullshit ideas around. Like, you know, the fucker doesn't believe in that. He's just trying to say the most controversial things. He doesn't believe in this crap. He doesn't really think that. Intellectuals of our time. Ancient Greece had Plato. Fuck that. Fuck that. Okay. Pythagoras? Loser. Nah. We got Sneeko. We got fucking Sneeko. A man who chose Islam as his religion of choice because he's having fun. He's having fun being Muslim. And then Hinkle, who is possibly a foreign agent of USA. I'm still really hoping that he was sent by CIA into Russia. Like, Russians allowed him to take pictures with military equipment. He paid a woman to play the role of his fiancée. That's a spy. That's called a spy. That's James Bond. That's fucking James Bond, okay? He went in there to fuck up Russia from the inside. Gravity of their massive genius should create a black hole. Maybe he did. Yeah, it's a beautiful port. It's on our island of Krk. It's called Krk because we like choosing badass, cute sounding names. This Christmas? Santa Claus Village! That exists? Like a real one? I feel sometimes I'm being hated. Stop spying. Oh, is that you? Is that you? Come, is this you? This little kiddo being dragged around. That's you. That's you. I know it's you. You're watching the stream right now. What else do you have in Finland? I have never heard of any of these places. I've heard of Lapland only. And Helsinki. He's supposed to be dabbing. Oh yeah, shit. True. Someone in these apartments. One of you. That is beautiful though. That is fucking beautiful. What's that? What's that? You have a party! Porvo. You got a party. You got a little party going on. That's cute. Oh, that's cute. I like you people. Hey, by the way, guys, today is the 1st of December. I just noticed. Holy shit. 1st of December. You know what that means? Do you have those little advent calendars? You gotta take out the first chocolate. Yeah, wink at them. I have the alcohol ones. I have the ones where on every day you drink a little bottle of something alcoholic. Glue. So come on. 24 days until Christmas. 24 days until Christmas. Beer can be beer too. Just take it out. Do you have... Are there beer advent calendars? Are there actually beer ones? Because the only alcoholic ones I was able to get are liquor ones. And they are really good. The liquor is really, really good. There's like the liquor, like you get little bottles of liquor. And then there's also liquor where you get little chocolates. And they're filled with something alcoholic and they're so good. They're so good. Recommended. We're stalking our prey from afar. I'm doing the scanning. I'm like, who's a Vatnik in the audience? I'm gonna send Marlboro Man on your house. Straight on your fucking house. There's Russia. Do you wanna look at what Russians are doing? No, the fuck they don't. We're silencing them. We are silencing the shit out of Russians, okay? Did see Ukraine somewhere though. Where did I see it? We got Belarus. There's Palestine. Oh shit, Gaza. There's Gaza. Camera is temporarily unavailable. Well, that's fucking sad. Understandable though, but fucking sad anyways. By what logic? My dude, by what logic are these... Okay, here's Ukraine. Are these, you know... put into order? Because it makes no sense. It's not alphabetical. Berdyansk, Zaporizhia, Livka, Dnipro, Chernivtsi, Krim, Odessa. Odessa doing okay. Ivano-Frankivsk, Lviv, Kiev. Let's go. Organized. It makes no sense, okay? What I'm trying to tell you is that you people make no sense. Leave me alone. If you inhale G Fuel every day until Christmas, you get to be up for 24 days. Nice. Shit, I didn't know about this. Could have bought this for the stream. There's a whiskey one? Okay, that one's a bit more expensive. No, you know what? After the Christmas, these are going to be on sale. What we need to do is every month we're going to have like advent calendars counting until 24th. They're gonna be on sale in January. I can probably buy like 5. Nice. It's the advent calendar. Do you have advent calendars? You get them and then every day you drink. I have these at my home, but I have them with liquors. My father always sends them from Germany. So every evening, me and my mother, we just drink like a little liquor. Oh, nice. Best tipas of 2023. Whoa, food and jerky. The phone's ringing downstairs, but I'm too lazy to get out. Manvent? An advent calendar. Oh, you don't know what advent is? Oh shit, you do Christmas. Wait, Advent is like... Advent starts technically. You have like 4 Advent Sundays. They start on the 4th Sunday before Christmas. So you got like... I think the first one is this one. Yes, the first one is this one. Let me show it to you. Calendar. So I can open it. Okay, here it is. See, this is December of this year, right? So you got 3rd of January, our first Sunday, then you got 10th, then you got 17th, then you got 24th, and then 25th is Christmas. And on each Sunday of Advent, you get 1 candle and you set it on fire. So that's why you have those little 4 candles. But then Advent calendars are a thing that you start on the 1st of December, and you basically, if for kids, you get like little chocolate ones. Right? So for kids, it's like every day of Advent, you open up a little boxy on this little bigger box calendar chocolate. And then you get a little chocolate. And then every day you get a little chocolate. It's like this. You know, every day you get a little chocolate. The chocolates are hidden here. And then on 24th you open like the last, usually it's a bigger chocolate. And then, you know, that's the day before Christmas. Yay! And then Christmas is here. It's like a little preparation, basically. So you can get them in many different ways. These are like the chocolate ones, right? But in recent years, they started making... Nice. They started making like alcohol ones. So you can get them with bottles of booze. It's a cool little thing. It's a cool little thing. A G-Fuel calendar. Yeah, pre-fattening yourself. Yes, 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 yes. I googled a G-Fuel one, but they're not giving me anything. I'm not getting anything. We bake a pie from the fat. No. Come hot. No. You want the leanest one. Your cannibalism proficiency is not proper, okay? You take the leanest one. You don't want to take the fattest one. No, no, no. Have you ever eaten like meat which was, you know, baked and then there was a lot of fat on it? Not a human one, of course. But like, no, 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 it's not good, it's not good. Not take the leanest one. The leanest ones have the most big quality innards. Oh, it was... I mean, there has to be one. Why don't they have it? There has to be one. And it even has a part for the event calendar. Fuck that. I don't want that. Okay, they do like giveaways and bullshit. I mean, you could snort it if you get this one. What's white elephant? I like little houses with sweets. Oh, we got that. We got that. We got that. My father sent 3 from Germany for my relatives. I got Nutella advent calendar too. I got 2 alcohol ones and I have 1 Nutella. This month is gonna be good. This month is gonna be good. But usually it's like you open one every day and then you count down until, you know, Christmas is here. That's what you do. I think it's a cute thing. I usually enjoy it very, very, very much. I enjoy Christmas bullshit. I'm having lots of fun with it. You know, the decorations and like the little trees and everything. I think it's really fun. Block on Blackberry and he's still alive. Never tried. Holy shit! I don't have experience with snorting anything. I'm a snorting virgin. Buy yourself one. Yes, an alcohol one. A beer one. Maybe they're on sale now. I don't know how expensive they are now. I know they're really, really expensive in the lead up to December. But it's a fun little thing. I enjoy it. I'm trying to do a thing, you know, like when you are, how to say this, a sad person by the virtue of your existence. I'm trying to do a thing with injecting some sort of pretend happiness into my life. And I found Advent calendars work great for it. I've been getting them since I was in high school. Like whenever, during winter times, whenever I'm feeling like absolute fucking shit, I'm like, Christmas is coming. And I don't even care about Christmas that much. It's just, you gotta hype yourself up somehow. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Like I'm not snorting anything. I don't dare to do it. I don't know how people do it. I don't know why people dare to do it. It reminds me, you know what's like, it reminds me of, you know, when you're a kid and you go to like public pools or something, and then you're a kid and you're stupid and you like inhale some water and it burns everything. Is that what it feels like? Because I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. So I will never dare to do it. It was a bad feeling. I never want to go through that. I don't even know if it was as bad as I imagine, or if me being a kid, like I made that memory into a lifelong trauma. I would not dare to inhale anything. Why is he doing the honking thing? Is he not just waking everyone up? Does he have a stop? Is he stopping here? What's he doing? Oh no, the cars are stopping for him. Oh nice, oh nice. Good thing that there's 0 people on the road. But okay, I guess you gotta do your honking little thing anyways. He's the only one that's the one snorting expert we know. Ask for opinions. If you have any questions, chat, you gotta ask the snorting professor, so we can know what it is. I don't know, I was always wondering about those. Because it must feel horrible, but I guess if you take something stronger, like I guess it overpowers the pain? Who the fuck knows? By the way, we're supposed to talk about filters, and we're here watching a little train go. And it's very enjoyable. You know what I should do? I should make this into like a part of stream, but like next to my camera. It's like how you know how those TikTok videos work. I need to do that, so like you can listen to me speak, you can see what I'm reading on screen, or you can be looking at the train go. It's like those TikTok things where you have gameplay and then you have a salad cutting video down. Probably not too bad to snort, you think? You think? If you try, let me let me know what it feels like. Next thing I know, he pulled out his debit card. Maybe he just wanted to give you some cash, my dude. Maybe he just wanted to share some cash with you. Maybe that's what he planned. You never know, you never know. -1 things on screen. No, you gotta start more things on screen, okay? You gotta start a TikTok where you have gameplay, and then under there's the North Pole live train, and then next to it there's a salad cutting video, and then in the middle of it all there's your face reading news. That's what you need to do. Maybe then the kids will fucking listen. They still will not, because they're stupid, but maybe, just maybe. AliExpress, is that the animated one? Is it the animated one? Super Auto Pets? Oh shit, yeah, that too. Subway Surfers, Minecraft, fuck. Okay, 6 things on the screen at the same time. The kids will have to look. The kids will have to keep looking. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and then in the middle of it all, there's gonna be my face, and I'm gonna be like, donate cash money to Ukraine. Donate cash money to Ukraine. And they're it's going to like get burned into their stupid little kid brains, and they're actually going to donate. And then we're going to be able to save lives. You gotta save lives using manipulation. Wait, I misclicked. Okay. 2 nice girls brought vodka and food. I still have this one open. Brought vodka and food to a Russian military base checkpoint in Simferopol to thank the soldiers. 24 Russian soldiers died, 11 more hospitalized. The gifts were laced with heavy doses of arsenic. When Ukraine said women are getting introduced into the military, I didn't think it would be this way, but fair. That's fair, that's fair. Only one game that fits. Yeah, true, only one game that fits. It's that one where you fly a drone around and you blow up Russians. What's the name of it? Death from Above or something? That's the game. For every donation you do, I should do that on stream. I should get the game, and then whenever you donate something to the Ukrainian armed forces, you send me proof of donation, we go into the game, we blow up some Russians. Am I allowed to stream that game on Twitch? I guess I am. I guess I am. Never take drinks that women offer. True. True. In the extremely common situation in your life that you will encounter of a stranger woman offering you a drink, which happens daily to millions of women I hear. Men. If a stranger woman offers you a drink, never take it. True. Unironically bad advice. No, take it. If they offer you beer or something, take it. It has to be, you know how your, do I have some girls in chat? I probably don't have any girls in chat. Girls in chat would know. Okay, girls would fucking know. From a very young age, like I remember being a kid, never been to a bar, never been allowed in a bar because I was a little kid. My grandmother would be like, if you go to a bar and a man offers you a drink, you can only take the drink if it's in a bottle that has not been opened. So like it has to be properly closed. Only then, like they take it from the fridge and they give it to you. They do not open it in between. They don't take it from some sus little place. From the fridge straight into your hands, you can take it. Anything else, no. And I remember being a little kid like, yeah, okay. What is a bar? What is beer? I don't drink that. But yeah, remember that. It's the same rules for women, okay? Only closed drinks. Russians are the bad guys in every Metal Gear Solid game. Oh, so you can stream yourself choking them out. Nice! Is there a compilation of that? If there's a compilation of that, I should play it for my stream alert. We got a new follower. Oh my dude. What is this? Oh shit, I saved this. I saved this to show it to you. By the way, genuinely concerning. Genuinely fucking concerning, okay? But not only that, Lavrov. Have you seen Lavrov's speech? I saved so many. I need to start showing in the news. It's 11:51. Lavrov went to OSCE. He was allowed to come in, which I'm extremely disappointed about, okay? Lots of our diplomats did the thing with like, Mr. Lavrov, we don't trust your propaganda anymore, which is like, why was he allowed in? This little performance of yours, we don't trust you, Lavrov. It's irrelevant. He was allowed in. Why the fuck was he allowed in? He wasn't supposed to be allowed in. He was supposed to be kicked out. He never was supposed to be allowed to enter the fucking building. Not him and not the blonde bitch. But he was allowed in for some reason. He does a speech. Yeah. Just wanted to mention that. He says Moldova is next. He says Moldova is next. Openly, loudly, in front of everyone to see. He says Moldova is next. And what do we do? What does OSCE do? I actually genuinely wonder what OSCE does. Because now, when Moldova is actually next, as we have been predicting for the last fucking year, because Moldova is not protected. Moldova is not fucking protected by NATO. Of course they're gonna go for Moldova next. When he goes there, I can't wait for these OSCE fuckers to look at the clips of his speech and to go, oh yeah, guys, we made a big mistake by trying to be nice to Russia. Because look at this, Lavrov here said that Moldova is next, and now they're actually butchering people in Moldova, What a surprise. We will not make the same mistake again. And then there's going to be another OSCE summit, and fucking Russia is gonna come there, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, guys, actually, like, the next country we're gonna butcher the shit out of, gonna be Georgia. We're just gonna kill everyone in Georgia. And OSCE is gonna be like, Russians, can't we cooperate maybe? Can we do a little bit of cooperation? Can we do some negotiations? Are we going to be able to do negotiations? No. We're so fucking stupid. We're so fucking stupid. Moldova already has Russians in. Like, the protection matters up to a certain extent, and the extent being how many Russians are alive in Transnistria right now. What the fuck could they be doing? They could be doing lots of shit. We did have, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was huge panic previously with them possibly getting lots of new fresh weapons and attacking Ukraine from another front. And I know we kind of moved away from these panicky little conversations. I know we kind of stopped having them. Well, I did not stop panicking. I will never stop panicking until Russia is fucking defeated. Like, you know they're going to do some horrible shit. They're going to do some horrible shit.
Финляндии стягивают границ с Россией войска. Параллельно в Финском заливе пройдут военно-морские учения при участии 30 боевых кораблей НАТО и более 4000 человек личного состава. Называются маневры «Холодные ветра». Это первое учение под руководством Финляндии как члена НАТО. Цель – внимание, осуществление некой морской блокады в Балтийском море. Эта интеграция Финляндии в натовскую повесточку заставляет задаваться вопросом, а чего финны хотят добиться? Прямой войны с Россией. Вперед и поляки отправляют финнам неких военных советников, которые передадут, цитата, передовые знания по охране границ. И это еще не все.
I think I do have the thing to see the
В
country,
ближайшее
so...
время направят Польше официальный запрос, в котором будет указано, какая именно помощь им требуется. Так что вполне вероятно, что советниками миссия не ограничится. Сегодня стало известно, что власти Финляндии стягивают...
He's doing it again. And I'm trying to find... Yeah, it is death from above, right? I think it is death from above. Because I'm... someone from that game follows me on Twitter. That's how I learned about it. Someone, either the dude who made it or like someone connected. I don't remember who it is. But someone follows me and I took it as a badge of honor. I was like, whoa. I'm getting followed by this dude who made a game where you blow up Russians. Wish I could do something similar. Oh, come on. Now he's doing the Twitter thing with not loading properly. Hey, by the way, have you seen Elon Musk interview yesterday? Who saw Elon Musk interview? He looked horrible. He looked horrible.
В Корейском саммите Альянса в 2008 году поманили членством Тбилиси и Киев. Цель была простая и незатейлива – натравить их на Россию. Саакашвили, пришедший к власти в результате поддержанной Западом революции РОС, отработал выданный ему в Бухаресте карт-бланш сразу, в августе того же 2008 года, приказав бомбить города Южной Осетии и атаковать позиции миротворцев, находившихся там с согласия ОБСЕ. Готовили эту провокацию Соединенные Штаты, которые запустили в Грузии свою программу «Обучи и вооружи». Чему учил Вашингтон, то Саакашвили послушно и выполнил. Для создания на Украине антироссийских...
Let me show you something. I did a bait yesterday for the stream. You guys remember the stream yesterday? I did a bait there. I put jobless in my title. I wasn't actually jobless. I'm on vacation. I'm having my free time. I'm not actually jobless. This fucker, Slavic Slav, he fucking fell for it. I just saw the messages. He's there bitching about me having no money. Jobless, fucking loser. Go cry about something more of use for you, like your pathetic life without stable income. Like, I have stable income. I have stable income. I'm on vacation. You fell for it. Out of all the people. Out of all the fucking people. Him. Intelligence level through the roof, my dude. I did that on purpose. I was like, is someone going to be mocking me for losing my job? I didn't expect it to be him. Oh, it's not that one. Slavic Slav is the dude we banned from the stream previously. He was acceptable, but then he started threatening to dox people. And then we were like, because I've heard that your entire, what's the word? Your entire Discord can be deleted if you allow doxing threats on it. Like, you gotta be really, really strict about that, okay? So we got rid of him. We were like, And ever since then, he has been doing this thing where he's having little mental breakdowns every once in a while in DMs. Not just mine DMs. He's having mental breakdowns in everyone's DMs. These are all his messages. So, yeah. See, it's like this and these stuff and everything. Yeah, it used to be, he tries to play nice sometimes. Like when we just banned him, he tried to play nice. And then I was like, like, do I even want to, like, return him? Because he did do the doxing threat, but he wasn't too bad on stream itself, right? He was quite threatening in Discord. So I was thinking about bringing him back. So I'm like kind of pushing the conversation in Discord a little bit about the possibility of him coming back. And then he starts doing the whole like harassment thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, no. Nope. Destroy your chances, my dude. Destroy your chances. But I genuinely, like for a while, I genuinely wanted to bring him back. I thought it might be fun. But wait, what did I want to show you? Do I have the thing with flags? Okay, today we had to do a stream break and everything, so we're not really doing well on viewers. But there's a thing down here that you can go to, if it's working. I need to update some of these, I haven't. You can now pin your cheers? Why is my leaderboards thing not open? Because it should be. Because I can usually go to this one. Oh, here it is. Okay, it takes a while. No, it's this one. Better information. I want the other one. This one. And then you can go to locations. And then you can see the list of viewers who have the country thing open. I don't know why I am not showing. Lots of them are not showing. But like usually I go to, for example, I go to certain Vatnik streams sometimes, and I show as the only viewer from Croatia. At least I assumed I'm showing as the only viewer from Croatia. Now that I think about it, maybe it wasn't me. maybe it was some other viewer from Croatia and I was never showing properly. I don't know how it works genuinely. Oh no, what is that? Oh, ew, blood. HIV epidemic. No! No! Very sad. In every fifth Russia region, incidence of HIV exceeds the epidemic threshold. Heartbreaking. Oh, next year, by the way, Putin took cash money from the Russian healthcare budget to put it into the military. I guess he has one way of dealing with this, and that's going to be sending all HIV people into the fields of Ukraine. I don't know what else. The record holder for the share of people living with HIV is Kemerovo region, where the epidemic threshold was doubled. They got 2%. In second place is Irkutsk, 1.94. You have to allow it to share your location? Why is my location not shown though? I am pretty sure I allow everything to show everything. I'm pretty sure my security is non-existent. Russia banned LGBT people? Yeah, fucking morons. That's their biggest issue right now. It's one of those things though. It's one of those things. We do that here in our country even once in a while. That's what you see Russia now doing. You know when your country is shit and your country has been doing shit for a while. There's a thing that they do where they try to find enemies. And because the government is unwilling to accept their own responsibility, they try to blame the failures on someone else. What's happening in Russia right now is they have chosen LGBT people as the enemy to blame the failures on. This is going to work as long until the ban is in full force and a lot of LGBT people end up either in jail or persecuted in other ways. And you can't blame them anymore because the country keeps on going to shit. And for some reason, it doesn't seem to be the fault of the gays. So what you're going to see then is the country trying to find another source of old evil that Russia has been going through. It's likely going to be minorities. It is very likely going to be minorities, so consider there's a big possibility of them trying to, in a way, either mobilize more minorities because they're going to present them as some sort of traitors to the motherland or something. They're going to find problems with minorities. Then A bunch of minorities are gonna get killed in the fields of Ukraine again. And what Russia is gonna do then is look at the state of itself crumbling and go, well, it wasn't the gays. And it wasn't people of other ethnicities. What was it then? And what they're going to do then is they're going to start blaming women who refuse to have children. That's what we're seeing right now in Serbia, by the way. We're seeing debates in Serbia over whether it's morally correct of a country to give healthcare and social support to women who refuse to have children. Like, in order to get healthcare, they advocate women should be first having kids, because if you don't have kids, why would the country give a shit about you? So you're going to see that. And it's just gonna keep on getting worse and worse and worse, because it's Russians. It's fucking Russians, and they will never admit that the problem is themselves all along. It's just gonna keep on getting worse. The only hope we might have in that situation is that someone from the republics is going to raise up and start the process of Balkanization. Russians will not fix this. Go to jail, extremist supporter. It's gonna be. You're going to see it. Every country does that. You probably see this in your countries too. It's how populism works. If you have populism in your politics, they do this little thing. We do this little thing here. And the worst thing is we are aware of it happening. We just allow it to happen because it's not nearly as dramatic as it is in Russia. But like, for example, when we are on our blaming the gays route, why does this solution have such a high rating among the population? I just told you it's Russians. They will never acknowledge that they are the trash that is destroying their own country. They will blame the gays, they will blame the minorities, they will blame people of different races, they will start blaming people of different religions, very likely. They will keep on blaming parts of population before acknowledging that Russia itself is trash. And because they will never acknowledge that their culture itself is the problem, they will never fix this. You never stop country going to shit if you don't acknowledge what makes the country go to shit in the first place. It's not the gays who have destroyed Russian ability to have a proper economy. It's Russians. It's Russians themselves. So, yeah, of course it has a high rating among the population. It's always easier to blame someone else. That's what all crumbling empires did in their past. They tried to blame someone else. They shit where they eat? Yeah, basically. Basically that. The bishop blames the demons on a caravan of speakers. Sounds kind of familiar. It's gonna be like that, genuinely. Like they blamed Ukrainians previously. The fuck did Ukrainians do to you? How in the fucking fuck did Ukrainians affect your stupid economy? They didn't. Russians blame them anyways. Because you gotta blame someone else. You can't blame yourself. You can't acknowledge that you are destroying your country. No. Maybe they should loot some mirrors. Hey, or that. So yeah, it's gonna keep on getting worse and worse. Non-industrial wasteland. Trying to stop same happening to Great Russia. What was that image? It was that image of their city being absolutely fucking destroyed. Gay Europa. Capital's Education Administration instructed school principals to collect personal data of parents of school children. Who among them is disloyal to the president of the Russian Federation? Shit. Oh, that is horrible. Disloyal? What are they gonna do? Go through their Facebook posts to see if they're posting some Putin memes? Oh, I saw this. Apparently they hit a fake plane. But still a problem because they can hit it and because they do have info, but apparently they hit a fake plane. The problem is that too many minorities to choose from, so none of us can agree on who to blame. Ah, shit. Yeah, you also have like minorities within minorities, right? It would be tough to be, because like here we're like, oh guys, it's the gays to blame. And when an average Eastern European person says it's the gays to blame, they mean LGBT. They mean trans people. They say gays, they mean trans people. They mean every single one, right? In America, I'm pretty sure you can't do that. You know, you go, it's the gays to blame. Someone's gonna jump from the side and be like, what about lesbians? Are you not representing them in your discriminatory practices? So then you gotta, you know, blame them too. But then people are gonna be like, what about bisexual people? Why are you ignoring them? So you have to like introduce too many of them. And then when you introduce too many of them, like the more you keep introducing, the more it's just you're blaming the whole society itself. America has turned a mirror onto itself by doing that, which it kind of, you know, I can accept. I can accept. GG America. Yeah, like here they have conversations about, we just had this situation in Croatia. I don't know if you followed the Croatian adoption situation in Africa. But we had some people from our countries going to Zambia to adopt some children. And then it turns out these adoptions were likely illegal. Like they did go there, they thought it was legal, but it's illegal. You can't. But they still went there and some sketchy people signed the papers. Now, what happened is this was happening about the same time in the country where we had conversations about whether gay people should be allowed to adopt children, right? And for some surprising reason, by the way, Croatian opinion on this has shifted from no to maybe, because it would be better for children to have a parent than to grow up in a home. Right? Because children who grow up without a stable family structure, they have problems later in life. It's a very hard growing up to go through. So somehow, by some miracle, you had some Croats saying that this should be allowed, and you had a healthy number of Croats agreeing with them. To me, that was like, whoa. Bro, I thought I was in the wrong country. I was like, nice, beautiful. Holy shit, did not see this coming. And then this happens. And then one of the people involved in this case is trans. The crumbling of the conversation. The crumbling of the entire fucking conversation. You try to have conversations about gay couples adopting children. Someone jumps in with like, there was this one gay person who tried to kidnap a kid from Zambia. You're like, no. And also they weren't gay, but also no, they didn't try to kidnap a kid, but also they weren't gay. And they're like, oh yeah, well, it's the same thing. I'm not sure it is. I'm not quite certain it is the same thing. It's such a silly, stupid conversation, but like we genuinely don't know too much about it here, right? We genuinely don't know. It's the Black, Mexican, Irish, Catholic, gay Jews. Oh, gotta be very specific. Good. I mean, on one hand, though, like it gives you a good possibility to use the wheel more times, because here we got gays, we got Roma, we got sluts. Gays, Roma, sluts. Sometimes religious people, if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we get religious people as like an extra, right? But like in USA, yeah, you would get the Black, Mexican, Irish, Catholic, gay Jews, and then you can switch to white Mexican, Irish, Catholic, gay Jews. Could you switch to Asian, Mexican, Irish, Catholic, gay Jews? I assume you could. Like you could just continue to switch. You would have more points on the wheel to cover. You would be able to be angry about another thing constantly. We have like 4. We got 4 of them. Claiming African Americans are descendants of the Asian Israel. What? No one blames Asians? Maybe you should start. Native and Latin Americans are descendants of the Israelis. Israelites as well? Oh, really? Oh, never heard of this. I did see. I thought you were going to send that one clip. There was this clip. It's them. There was this clip of that one black woman who's fighting for the IDF, and she made a video recently explaining to people that she's like Jewish, because people were like, oh, are you adopted? She was like, no, I'm not adopted, I'm Jewish, like my mother was a black Jewish woman, and I'm a black Jewish woman. Like we're Jewish by ethnicity. I'm not adopted. I'm not like, no, this is mine. This is where I belong. It was such a weird ass little thing. Because I think the representation of Jews, because Americans do this thing, and it's seeping into other parts of the internet discourse. Americans do this thing where they have to see everything in the black and white, right? So currently they're seeing Jews as white people and Palestinians as black people. But because they see Jews as white people, when they see a Jew who is black, they are shocked by it. Even though Jewish ethno-religion has really nothing to do with their skin color. But they have to have the black and white. It's like with Russians and Ukrainians, you know, they have to have the black and white thing. They have to know who's the black person in the scenario, who's the white person in the scenario, because Americans can't understand anything outside of this little perspective. Black Hebrew Israelites combine elements that teaching from a wide range of sources. Black Hebrew Israelites incorporate certain aspects of the religious beliefs and practices of both Christianity and Judaism, though they have created their own interpretation of the Bible. And other influences include Freemasonry and New Thought. It's like, what's that fake religion USA made up? Wicca, the Frankenstein of religions. This feels kind of similar to that. No, the Flying Spaghetti Monster is based. But they had the Wicca religion, which people unironically fell for, because they actually thought it was the oldest of all religions, and it was made relatively recently. And it's just a Frankenstein of a bunch of different religions. Yeah, I remember being so salty over it. They took part of Slavic paganism. And then you have people mixing up Slavic paganism with like ancient Greek beliefs and bullshit. It's genuine, like it's a Frankenstein of a bunch of religions. Come on. Unironically insulting. Unironically fucking insulting. Was it American made? English. Okay, English. We blame the English this time, I guess. We're not blaming the Americans. That's what we're doing. Black Hebrews are a specific community in a single town in the south of Israel. There was a thing about them a few years ago. They sent their kids to the Israeli army, pay taxes, but Israel doesn't give them citizenship? Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh, that is horrible. Celtic hedonism? Oh, that sounds badass. That sounds badass. My friend only became Wiccan, so he would have an excuse to smoke a copious amount of weed. I had some friends. I went to art school. I know. Send me thoughts and prayers. I went to art school. I had some friends who were Wiccan, because they unironically thought it was the oldest religion in the world, but they also did use it as an excuse to smoke weed and use crystals. The most cringe people I have ever known. It was, you know how stupid it was to watch these types of people from the outside, and they go around and they criticize Christianity and Judaism and Islam, and they're like, oh yeah, all religions are so stupid and these people are so blind and they believe in bullshit, and then they pull out their little stupid crystals. There was a moon water hype for a while, where like you would take a glass of water and leave it outside during the night, and then the moon would like put its energy into the water. Okay, how dare you criticize Christianity? How dare you criticize Christianity? It's literally the same stupid thing. Yeah, but it's the oldest religion in the world. Bullshit. You only claim it's oldest because it's a Frankenstein made out of actual oldest religions. Makes no sense. Oh, Satanic Temple. Yeah. That one. They have like, there's a proper Satanism, there's cringe Satanism. I never know which one is which. But there's like two of them, and one of them is proper and one of them is not. But talking about Spaghetti Monster. This is me going back to my high school atheism phase, okay? Flying Spaghetti Monster is one of the satirical deities of religion that exist. There's another one. And this used to be my favorite one when I was in my very early start of questioning Christianity. There's this one. They do little workshops with this one, where you get the Bible, and then whenever God is mentioned, you replace God with the invisible pink unicorn. So you would figure out like how fairy tale the thing sounds as, right? Because when they say God did something, you're like, if you are still a religious person, for you that word actually means like a lot. And you don't question how weird the idea is. And then you exchange it by any other word, and then you're like, huh. So when I was like a stupid ass kid in high school, I used to be thinking this was the smartest thing ever. They had a whole, there's a little religious writing of it. Did they mention it? No, they don't mention it. There's a religious writing of this one, and I remember it being like it's invisible and it's pink at the same time, right? So it's like, she's pink because we believe she is pink, but she's invisible because obviously we can't see her. But she's a unicorn because we believe she's a unicorn. And then they would ask people to like debunk it, and you can't debunk it. And it's like a good thing for kids. Like I was really, really into religion at the time, you know. For me, this was like, now you look at it and you're like, damn, this is stupid. This is stupid as shit. It's similar to that 9gag. Someone said 9gag links before. Do you guys remember the 9gag thing about the existence of the gourd-eating penguin? Because they had a thing for a while. That was also one of the things that, like, for me as a kid who was really into Catholicism, for me, just like broke my brain when I first learned about it. First went through the concept. But they had a random ass meme of a penguin who's a god eater. And the idea was that, like, your god is not as strong as this penguin is. Your god used to exist previously, but this penguin ate him, and now this penguin is our new god. So then they would do a thing where, like, you have to explain why this did not happen, but whatever you use to explain why this did not happen, they would turn it around to actually support the idea of a penguin that ate your god. It was like, it sounds very chaotic, you know? But it was a thing with, like, people would be like, oh yeah, well, the Bible says that God is still around here. And they would be like, yeah, well, my meme says that my penguin is here. And it would just continue, and people would be having, like, genuine debates in the comments. And it was always, like, very easy to turn whichever religious people arguments were using. It was always very easy to turn them around to support instead the existence of a god-eating penguin. And, you know, again, like, to you, you're probably adults. To you, this is not something mind-blowing. To me, like, I was around 12 when I started questioning religion. To me, that was like, whoa. Noise. Whoa. Pastafarian, the worst cringe. Oh, yeah. It's like whenever people take the satirical beliefs too seriously, it's a bit... Come on. It's like with Satanism, you know? It's like with Satanism. I knew some Satanists. Again, art school. I knew some Satanists. I knew some Satanists who were chill. I knew some Satanists who were not. You know the types that, like, wear shirts with the image of Lucifer on them, and they wear those necklaces and everything, and they will push the conversation into Satanism at every point. Those were the worst. Those were the worst. And I feel like Pastafarians are very similar to that. It's like people taking this religion thing too seriously. I don't actually think they're holding these beliefs, but, like, I don't think that there's a difference between you genuinely holding these beliefs and you being an annoying piece of shit. Because I know a lot of Catholics, strong Catholics, who don't really hold Catholic beliefs. They will just take any chance to talk about them anyways. Most annoying Catholics, I feel, are like that. They don't actually hold these beliefs. If you go and if you explore the conversation with them a little bit, you will find that most of them don't have a strict basis on which their beliefs are being held. They don't know what they're talking about. They just want to seem smarter than you. They want to seem better morally than you. They don't actually believe in the things they're saying. They're just saying them because it makes them sound morally correct. And people who take these satirical religions too seriously, they kind of do the same shit. Oh, newly converted. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, there's a whole thing here with like people who are newly converted to Orthodoxy being the strongest Russia supporters existing. Like, if you know someone who's a newly Orthodox person, run. Just run. Don't waste time. Run. They are fucking delusional. There's not a single normal person right now who has converted to Orthodoxy in the past 2 years. Not a single one. They're always like the most strongly religious ones, the ones who will strongly profess their beliefs and the traditional values and bullshit. Like, you've been an Orthodox person for like a day. It's not even hard to become an Orthodox person. Especially if you go from like Catholicism to Orthodoxy. It's not even hard. You don't have to try hard or whatever. God bless the Pastafarians, because now I can put a strainer on my head from my driver's license. That too. There's a thing with them, like, how to say it? There's a certain cringe in them doing that, but there's a certain way that I look at that and I see how they are trying to fight for their liberties, you know, and I'm like, okay, I can respect that, even though it's kind of weird. I can respect that. Satanic Temple. Don't satire and mock other religions. They use the freedom of religion in the US to push civil rights agenda. Yeah. It's because there's two of them. There's two Satanism. There's two branches of Satanism. One of them is the based one. One of them is that one. The other one is the cringe one. I never know which one is which. I never know the names of which one is which. One is based, the other one is cringe. That's what I know. Like, one of them is very close to Wicca. One of them is very close to Wicca. One of them is very magic and witches and demons and bullshit. And the other one is very secular. Oh yeah, becoming a Jew is actually hard. That's true. Becoming a Jew is actually hard. The what's his name? Milei? Milei wants to be a Jew. Milei wants to be a Jew, and it's been really, really hard for him to convert. He wants to be a Jew. For a while he wanted to be a Jew, he still isn't. He used to be Catholic, and then he started supporting Judaism, and he started looking into the religion more. And he wants to be a Jew, but he still isn't. Like, when he does interviews and everything, he always says that he is not a Jew yet. So the process is apparently quite lengthy. I don't know too much about it, but I do know that, like, if... You know, considering the fact that it's very easy to switch from Catholic to Orthodox, I assumed it's quite easy to switch into any other religion. So he had an interview in which he was like, oh yeah, I go to pray every year and everything, and then he was like listing all of the things that he does, and he said that a visit to Israel is going to be one of his first presidential visits, everything like that. And I was like, okay, I guess the man already converted. No, he didn't. He didn't. It's quite fucking hard to convert. So, we still didn't go through Netherlands, and it's like 12:28. It's 12:28, my dudes, okay? We have to go through Netherlands. We gotta make fun of them a little bit. Geert has blocked Pekka of his Twitter profile, so I'm able to watch. But Pekka isn't. Hahaha, fucking loser. I wonder if he's going to be posting something about it, or if he has a whole group of people who do his little blocks. Oh, he's been invited by Milei to attend his inauguration as president of Argentina. I would like to go there, but the formation in Netherlands now takes precedence over everything. Well, you could go there. It's not like you're gonna be able to create a government in the first place, my dude. Just go, just leave. Every day in the newspapers and radio and television, the biggest nonsense and gossip. It won't help. People have spoken. PVV is the largest party in Netherlands. Yeah, that's fucking sad. Crackerism. I believe I am the greatest gamer of all gamer time. Maybe you are. What are you gaming? Do you play teamfight tactics? Please tell me you play teamfight tactics. Give me some tips. I have been losing. I've been losing a lot. I have lost I went to like the lowest rank you could get. Yesterday I climbed like 3 ranks. I was doing some painting. Shit, I need to post on Instagram today. But I was doing some painting yesterday and I actually managed to climb 3 ranks in teamfight tactics. But, you know, I'm probably gonna lose all of it. So I need some tips. If you have some tips, give me some tips. My father is of Jewish heritage but non-practicing. But my mom is Protestant. And I've thought about converting like 10 years ago. Oh, nice. You know what I wonder about converting? But I don't know if it's a stupid question. Let me know. What I wonder about is how does it not make you go into atheism? Because it's like you are throwing away one set of dogma to take the other one instead. How does the realization that there's more than one possible set of dogma, or of religious dogma existing, how does that not make you go, maybe none of them are real? I've never really understood that, because for me, when I first started looking into religion, you know, I was raised Catholic. And my first look into the religion I did, observing it, it started because people were making memes about Catholicism and the mistakes in the Bible and stuff like that, right? So what I did is I would look into these mistakes. I would actually find them to be existing and not explained by anything else, but by the fact that this set of beliefs was written by a man. So I remember wanting to switch. Because you exist in this religious mindset, you're like, there has to be a God, right? So I wanted to switch. And then when I wanted to switch, I read the Quran. I was looking into Hinduism a lot, I remember. And I don't know what else was really, really popular in Croatia at the time. But basically, I read a bunch of shit about different religions. And I remember figuring out that, like, there's mistakes in Catholic beliefs. But, like, also, if you look into any of these, if you very easily just Google, I don't know if those cringe-ass websites still exist, but you could Google, like, criticism of any religion, of any religious book. Like, for example, there was a whole website that was listing all of the mistakes in the Bible, right? And there's a one of them like that for Quran too. So you just literally go through the entire thing and it's listing like, oh yeah, they say this thing is like this, but it's actually like that. They say that the moon is glowing. It's not actually glowing, it's reflecting. But they say it's like a lamp in the sky. So it means that they thought it was emitting their own light. Stuff like that. And I remember while I was doing this, like, little searching, I was like, okay, so none of them are actually proper. So why adopt any of them? And then I just kind of like went out. And I wonder how how do people switch by like genuinely switching? I've never really understood that process. Jinx into forecast? Wait, punk? Punk? Samira Carey is good. Wait, which one is Samira? Country executioner. Oh, okay, so country. Because I was doing pentakill. I was doing pentakill yesterday when I climbed my 3 ranks. I was doing pentakill plus. So I would be doing like pentakill executioner, pentakill bruiser. What else? I did pentakill plus. And it worked, but like I noticed it working a bit less. As time goes on, you know, I noticed it working a bit less. So I thought I might have to switch the comp. Gotta try countries, gotta try fucking countries. It messes me up because like this patch, last patch was really fun. Because you could pick the little legend. And then the little legend would give you a boost that you wanted. And I like the little boosts that give you the traits. I like those. I used to be having so much fun with those. So I would pick the legend. I don't know what his name was. But he would be making sure that on the first items, you get the little trait. Yeah, tacticians. Yeah, tactician. That's the word. So I would pick the tactician for the trait. And then I wouldn't know what I would be building in the game until I got the first set of items. And then whatever I would get, I would be building that trait. And it was fun because like every once in a while you had like crappy traits existing. Like you had to choose between a few crap ones, and then you had to actually, you know, figure out a tactic and everything. And I had so much fun with it. But now this one doesn't have it, and I don't know. I miss it. You did the same thing. Nice. It was so fun, wasn't it? I remember playing the double up. I was having so much fun. My boyfriend was always like, "Hey, what are you going to pick?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me see what I get." And then always I would be lucky, and there would always be, you know, something fun that I haven't tried yet. And then I would be playing that, and it was going so great. And they don't have that now. I have to like actually think. And I don't like that. I'm not having fun. Dawkins? Oh yeah. Dawkins is very, there's a word for that. Fuck. Was militant atheism the Hitchens one? Listen, you're getting into my expert area right now. Dawkins is something. I'm pretty sure Dawkins is the weird atheism one too, but I don't know which one. Hitchens is the militant atheism. Hitchens is the anti-theist. I'm pretty sure Dawkins is also anti-theist. Political views, criticism of religion. Yeah, could be. Anti-religions could be. What they have, not believing bullshit is dogmatic. It is dogmatic if they ask you, hey, what would it take for you to believe in a god? And you say nothing is gonna make me believe in a god, right? The proper answer is like something that can only be explained by influence of a deity, right? So if a miracle actually happens, right? Like there's a corpse in front of you right now, it's rotting away and everything is a corpse, it's definitely a corpse. And you give a little prayer and the corpse like revives and comes back to living. You know? Like that's the proper answer to it. If an actual miracle happens, of course you would start believing in something supernatural. You wouldn't still be like, oh no, there's no God. No, you wouldn't. You would have to admit the possibility of something supernatural existing. Now, is there something supernatural? No. Right now, there's absolutely no evidence for it. But saying that there's absolutely nothing that would make you believe in supernatural, why would you do that when you can just be like, oh yeah, a supernatural occurrence would make me believe in it? Which is the proper answer to it. You know what I mean? Oh, Wexler did a stream. Hey, I would love to see Wexler's opinions on that. I would actually love to see that. Pussy way out. Look, I'm a pussy hater, okay? I'm a pussy hater. I'm not a big fan of agnostics. I have learned there's a way to deal with agnostics in my life, which is by acknowledging that you can't be an agnostic. You can't be an agnostic. You can be agnostic theist, agnostic atheist. You can't be an agnostic. There has to be something behind your agnosticism, right? There has to be a side you are leaning towards. You can't just be fully neutral. You're not fully neutral on anything. So usually I just present to them the entire thing with like what agnostic means, what gnostic means, why you can't be on the zero, you have to be somewhere. Usually people I know are agnostic theists. So it's like, possibly God exists, I don't know. But like I believe he exists, but I don't know. My ass is leaking gas, must be the work of Satan. I mean, after you eat something spicy, I would say, you know, doorway to hell opening and everything. Fuck, I wanna see blood, Wexler. We're not mocking the Dutch right now, okay? The Dutch are getting one free day today, I guess. Is that my phone ringing up again? Wexler blood. Wexler blood. Putin's dilemmas. Battle against authoritarianism. Polarization. How do I want to find his religion talks? Hating all the religions. Anti-theism. That's what Dawkins is. Anti-theism. So atheist is outside of religion. Anti-theist is against the religion. It's like this is an important difference for you cringe ass high school people, okay? When it comes to asocial and antisocial people. Because I remember when I was in high school, I was always like just cringed the fuck out of these things, but I never really wanted to have too many conversations with people over it because, you know, it was stupid. But fuck, I'm not finding too many religion things. I know he said he's gonna do religion things, but being asocial is different from being antisocial, right? If you're like one of those people that we would call introverts, you are likely asocial. You're not antisocial. Antisocial means something completely different. But people use the terms interchangeably because they don't really know the difference. And I feel that when it comes to the atheism conversation, a lot of religious people think that atheism is actually anti-theism and they lump them together, and it's not like that. It's not like that. To believe in God means you believe in the devil. And the Christian guy is just like, Uno reverse. Yeah, basically, yeah, you have to. Actually, I had a friend. I mean, I still have a friend. Holy shit, she's alive. I had a friend, and I remember first time we had a conversation over this, like genuinely as adults. And I mentioned that I'm an atheist, and she was like, oh, atheism is so stupid. Because atheists believe Satan exists, but they don't believe God exists. No, that's not how it works. You're thinking of something completely different. You're thinking of some completely different brand. Holy shit. Blaming some immortal dude. That's the shit happening. I mean, sometimes I am like, it has to be. You know, it has to be. It has to be. And then sometimes I'm like, nah. So it depends. I think it's... Oh, Hitchens! Politics, YouTube, and then it's Hitchens? Hitchens? Do I not know who Hitchens was? Political side of YouTube, here's Hitchens. Just one fewer god that you do? Yeah, that's why I wonder about converting to different religions, because like acknowledging there's more gods, how doesn't it make you go, maybe none of them are real? How can you honestly convert from one to the other? It sounds, no, it's impressive, I would guess. I don't know if that's a proper word to use. Confusing. Confusing might be a more proper one. Kuzminski training ground, Rostov region, during lunch. Marines from Vladivostok lit a fire near the ammunition block. No! How does that... Know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do an advent calendar thing, where every single day we're going to collect news like these of Russians doing Russian things. We gotta collect 24 days of it, okay? Happy 1st of December, my dude. We got 23 days to go on.
Unity.
Fucking ridiculous.
We're going to do something semi-fun today, and that is just listen to a few short YouTube videos together on politics, chosen at random.
I actually wonder what he's
react.
gonna say about Hitchens, okay? Because Hitchens... He used to be really into Hitchens. When I was in high school, I wonder which Hitchens video he's choosing. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. Mormons are the only ones who did the right thing. Yeah, what happens then too? But also the idea of hell. I love talking about religious people about this. Hell is not even in the Bible. There's no hell in the Bible as a permanent place of torture. There's hell in the Bible as if your soul is taken there, you dirty sinner, and they let you burn. And then you burn out. You're gone. That's your second death. You burn out. There's no hell in the Bible which says that humans go through forever suffering. The only time when they mention forever suffering is when they talk about the angels, the fallen angels. And it's my favorite thing to push into a conversation with religious people. It's my favorite thing because I say it and they're always like, no, this is actually bullshit. And then I make them like go and look it up, you know? Or I look it up on my phone. And every single time they're like, well, actually, I'm not even sure about this, but I will read more about it. They never read more about it. But it's just a fun thing to push around because you figure out how much of them never like questioned it in the first place. It's a fun little thing for me. I like bullying people. Slavik would say it's not tiny. It's their fault. That too. Yeah, Hitchens. I think Hitchens was the best one. I think Hitchens was the best. His brother is kind of stupid though, but I think Hitchens was the best. He has that really, really good... We could watch these other ones though, but he has that really, really, really good speech. Him and the... Stephen Fry. That debate on gay people and religious views on gay people. I always thought that was a great, great, great video. If we let the Muslims keep reproducing, they're going to take over America. We need to control the population in New Jersey. Why out of the whole 51 states are you targeting Jersey? It's all their fault. It's all their fault. They don't read the Bible. That's why we have phones now. That's why we got phones now. You can bully them because you have access to it. Just very easy. You do some Googling. I love doing that. I love doing that. Life has been so much easier for us bully people recently, right? Like, you can just look it up. You can just look up all of it. I love that. I love doing that. There's something so enjoyable about that shit. Liksama. Don't even understand Quran because it's in Arabic. Isn't there a translation? I was reading English translation like 10 years ago, more. Oh no! Oh damn, Rostov-on-Don is burning! What does Kadyrov think about this? What does Kadyrov? What does Kadyrov think about this shit happening? About the second death and forever? Yeah, it's yeah. Fallen angels. Fallen angels. That one is supposed to be about fallen angels specifically. Because I know there's still debates. If you look into the Vatican, actual records, they still aren't sure. They still aren't sure what it is. The idea of like people burning forever is a relatively recent one in Christian art. And it kind of started around the same time when they started charging for people to get their sins forgiven. Which also is a relatively recent thing, by the way. I don't know if you knew about that, but it's relatively recent. If you look at the whole existence of Christianity as a religion, the idea that you're gonna burn in hell forever is relatively recent. 12 billion of its last reserves to keep the ruble from falling in time for Putin's election? The central bank will buy foreign currency under the budget rule and will also begin pending procurement within the framework of this mechanism. Wait, last reserves? How many more do they have? Dollar exchange rate may fall to 80 to 83 rubles in the first half of 2024. You know what confuses me? Why they're doing that shit. They know who's gonna win. I genuinely don't get it. This isn't the only thing they're doing. They're also trying to silence the protests of mothers of Russian soldiers before the election happens. Why? Like, why do that? Why do that? You know who's gonna win? Why do this? Why do this little charade? Cowardly, unbelieving, vile, murderous, sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, The idolaters and all liars, their place will be in the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. Yeah. Gone. Am I allowed to play Ginger without getting a copyright strike? How do copyright strikes work even? What am I allowed to play? What am I not allowed to play? I played some Turbo Folk yesterday. I didn't get a copyright strike. Did you know that? The video is still up on YouTube. I thought it would be removed. I was expecting the email because they send you an email. The email is like, hey, you were playing copyrighted shit. We didn't like this. But no. Different Hebrew and Greek words are translated as hell. That's also true. There's a word. There's a specific word for like a hole where they would dunk trash into and burn it. And this one is used for most mentions of human hell. While there's another word for angel hell where you burn forever. But yeah, when we translated it into our languages, we kind of just call it hell. We're like hell 1 and hell 2, but it's all hell. So it also creates more confusion. That's true. I don't remember the word, but I remember people doing analysis. There's a whole website thing you can go. This exists for Bible and Quran too. You're talking to an experienced, edgy atheist over here, okay? There's a way to find this. You have the Bible in OG form. You have all the translations of the Bible existing. You can click on each word and it shows you all of the possible translations of that word. So you can like go balls deep to research the meaning of anything that they want to tell you. I remember doing this for slavery mentions. Because people were like, oh, it's translated as slavery, but they don't actually mean slavery. Or remember there was one specific instance where the word was used, they translated as the slave in the English Bible. In the actual one, it was like sex slave or a prostitute. And it made the meaning even worse. Don't remember which one it is, though. I would need to find it. But I remember being like, oh. Oh. The translation is not proper.
I'm going to log into my chat channel account because I normally watch YouTube on the main channel. And that means that there's going to be a lot of videos about classical music and philosophy and food there. On chat, I don't...
Show me the videos.
Douglas Murray.
Who's that?
Let's go.
I'm so fed up of the double standards on all of this. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Muslims have been killed in the last 12 years by Bashar al-Assad and other Muslims in the civil war in Syria. There's no one on the streets of Sydney or Melbourne.
My bed
There's
is
no
calling.
one on the streets.
What do you mean 6 a.m.? It's noon.
Okay. So, I get the point. We won't watch the whole of it.
It's noon. Actually, I wonder what he's
There is
gonna
a
say.
cross purposes here. Straight.
I wanna go. I have the more based view of Vlad Vexler, okay? I have a better view of him. I think the double standard thing, it reminds me of when people were going out on the street to protest Russian invasion on Ukraine. And you had people being, oh, now you're protesting? You were not protesting for all of these other wars, but now you protest for this one? So personally, I think the idea that if you are personally horrified by one act, it means you had to be horrified about every other one. I think it doesn't really stand. I think it doesn't really stand. I think it's normal that for a lot of people, their sort of political awakening happens when, you know, an event like this happens and it's the first time that they actually look into something. It's possible that an event actually makes you research it and look into it more than all of the previous events ever did. It's also possible that because, you know, this is the first event that you are strongly researching, you are kind of blind to instances of similar things happening elsewhere in the world. I think it is normal. But also I'm not really a person who takes the hypocrisy arguments very seriously. When people go like, oh yeah, well you are protesting against this, why were you protesting against this? I don't take that as a valid argument against the point of the protests. I don't really think it matters. I think the question is, are the protesters correct in this one specific occasion? Now, of course, there is some nuance to this. So, for example, you have people who are celebrating Assad's crimes in Syria while at the same time pretending they care about the plight of Palestinians. And in that situation, of course, you know, you see them being active on both fronts, but they are fighting for completely different things on both fronts. On one, they pretend to care about Muslims. On the other one, they cheer for them dying. Of course, in this case, you can use the argument of hypocrisy, but when it comes to, oh, why are you protesting against this and not all of that, I think it's just normal that for some people certain events touch them more than the other ones. It would be more hypocrisy for me if it was like, why are you protesting for this event, but then also protesting for this other one, and their meanings clash. You know, the values of these two protests clash. You are hypocritical because you are applying different standards to do different situations. Like anti-imperialists being against Israel because Israel is doing expansion, but then supporting Russia. If you're actively involved in both and their values clash, that's hypocrisy to me. But if you are actively involved in one and not necessarily other ones, I don't think it has to be hypocrisy. I think it just might be more focused on this one topic because it is a topic that touches you more for whichever reason. You read the Bible? I still remember that one story about those two daughters who got their father drunk and then slept with him. Jehovah's Witnesses? Oh yeah. We had a thing here. They would offer you English lessons, and then the English lessons would be them reading you the Bible in English. So it was like their way to, you know, actually offer you educational classes while also indoctrinating you at the same time.
Namely that I do think that
we need to do a whole stream of this. I will not have enough time to finish this video today.
And I don't engage in counterculture war enterprises or culture war enterprises. So it's going to be across purposes if I go too directly at him. So let me say a couple of things in a roundabout way. Yeah, I mean, we do pay Israel a kind of ethnocentric compliment because we don't go out and protest against what Assad does on the streets of Washington or on the streets of Paris and London in quite the same way as we go if it's a Western country doing something or if it's Israel doing something. There is no doubt that an ethnocentric compliment is being paid there. And I even think the same sort of thing applies to Russia and
China.
China.
I really been thinking that for in village, that too. That was that the one where they also have to enslave some people?
Alien to us, increasingly alien to us since the beginning of the brutal full-scale
railway bombing a bit, heck yeah. Good thing.
Like us in appearance, we're going to judge them differently. There's no doubt there's an ethnocentric compliment. But over and above that,
as an arrow,
what you go out to protest, if you're going to do more than just expressive politics, is something that your government is a bit implicated in, right? And this depends, I think, on where you are in the world. If you are in the United States,
I see also this argument.
Then quite frankly, the actions of Israel are done in your name to some extent. Because
I can understand this
maybe you disapprove of
argument.
Them. That's an entirely different enterprise. Coming out for that, than coming out for something that Mr. Putin does, for example, or Mr. Assad does. We are, as Westerners, not gonna come out and march against Putin unless we happen to have Russian citizenship. I think...
Okay, I'm not saying this. I lost him. I thought he was going to go through the route of Israel is directly supported by our countries, therefore protesting against Israel makes sense because Israel is being directly supported by our countries, right? But then he goes into Putin. I don't really think that makes sense because lots of our countries are still cooperating with Russia. Lots of our companies are still cooperating with Russia and trying to avoid sanctions. We still are helping Russia. In the same way that we are helping Israel, we are helping Russia. I don't really see why you would say that protesting for one is necessarily different than protesting for the other one. What I thought he was going to be referring to are like specific instances of massacres in which we didn't support either side, right? And if we didn't support no one, if we did nothing to prop up the butchers, then it makes sense that, like, why would we go out on the street to protest? We didn't allow this to happen in the first place. You know, what can we do? Demand condemnation from the government? Like, it's not like we were giving them money, right? So I can see that. I can see in that situation, not all bloodshed is something that there's a reason to be protesting. But also I don't see it when he compares Israel to Russia in a way of saying, oh yeah, we are, our countries are propping up Israel, but like they're not propping up Russia. I don't agree with that. Our countries have huge influence of what happens in Russia. We absolutely have good reasons to be doing anti-Putin protests and demanding pro-Russian people out of our government. Even more so now than we had before. Condemning extremist settlers while ignoring the fact that settlers are extremist land stealers by definition. Okay, yeah, that's true. It's like I condemn just the extremist ones, bro. The fuck all of them. Ooh, nice. Absolutely, absolutely. Fuck, do I even have the flag thing open? Wait, let me open it.
Douglas is pushing a point there about Muslim solidarity being, in his view, absent. I don't share that view, but I just want to mention that because that's clearly where it's...
Also, there's another. I just remembered another perception of this. I think it matters why you protest. I think, for example, you know how people will sometimes go like, oh yeah, look at Ukrainians now protesting to stop, giving weapons, to stop working with Russia, but they never protested previously to stop working with Israel, right? I don't think these arguments are good, because if you are personally influenced by a conflict, your ideology around protesting is fighting for survival, right? You're fighting for the right of your own people to live. You're doing a protest because you want the ability of your people to survive. And lots of protesters there are there to support you fighting for your right to exist. Now, if you specifically organize a protest around, anti-imperialism, then I would see why people might look at it and be like, ironic you're doing this in USA or something like that, right? I understand that. But if you organize it around specifically your country being allowed to live, I don't really think you should be having to protest for other causes at the same time. I think you are allowed to protest for this one specifically. This is, of course, different, depending on how different people are impacted by this. But I think it depends on what ideology you're kind of carrying into the protest, what your intent is. Is your intent to help Ukraine survive and to help Ukraine fight? Or is your intent to fight imperialism? Because depending on what your intent is, you could be called hypocritical on other sort of protests that you go to and don't go to. Very strict separation between settlements and regular West Bank. Like two separated road systems. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand why some of them might be seen as more extremist than the other ones, depending on whether they bought the land or no. But yeah. Still, like, by definition, it's... Yeah.
Okay, next.
Sketchy part of existence to go through.
Douglas. Often hypocrisy is a virtue as much as it is a sin, because in practice we're often choosing between people who care about one thing or zero things, rather than between one thing and two things. So if you barrage people about hypocrisy, the most likely movement is not from 1 to 2, it's from 1 back to 0. And you've got to be realistic about it. Okay, next.
Y'all see this yet?
So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time?
Time blindness, you say? Let me just look here real quick. Oh, yep, it's covered right here under imaginary things that don't exist.
Very USA. Very USA. TikTok. Okay. Both of them very USA.
This man could be decent and really lovely, and good luck to him with his YouTube channel.
I doubt it.
No, he's wrong.
Thank you.
And it's tempting to think that he surely must be right because it's just ridiculous nonsense. But he's wrong. So let's quickly do a bit
Pixel
of
is on my
education
side.
and explore why.
Pixel is on my side. That man's a little bitch.
The
I
thing is,
do agree that like her thing, it's dumbassery. It's dumbassery. There's ways for you to deal with these types of issues that you go into life. Like, I understand what she means by time blindness, you know? There's ways for you to deal with that. You get, like, come on, you get a phone, bitch. You download reminders, you set up alarms, you do shit, you figure out a way to deal with this. In this day and age, you have plenty ways to deal with certain setbacks, like that one, right? Like, it's not really an excuse. It is cringe to be asking to be accommodated for it, of course. You can just deal with it, just deal with it. But also the man is a little bitch and he is intentionally trying to build a platform on mocking people like that, which I don't really think is a show of a normal, well-adjusted adult. You know what sort of a channels these types of people grow into. Let's see how there's a good solution unless settlers and Palestinians get along. Yeah, which won't happen anytime soon, definitely. And it's not like you can kick them out, but also it's not like you can figure out a way to force them to coexist. So it's just crap. It's just crappy, isn't it? Found a can of stewed meat, diluted it with water from the Dnipro, and drank it for a week, not to starve to death. Defense Ministry abandoned them. There's no documentary evidence that they are at war, nor is there any provision. They bought their own food and medicines and uniforms. And yet, no thought of getting out of Ukraine and refusing to participate. That's the important part. That's the important part. It's like, oh man, we could be killing these Ukrainians much more efficiently if the government supported us more. British is just called having bad time management. But she doesn't want to admit it's a skill not born with. If she was like, can I be accommodated for absolutely sucking and keeping track of time, I would have been like related. Yeah, I understand the point of like her being chronically online and then using chronically online language. Yeah. I understand that.
Каждый из нас, кто имеет военник на руках, может показать то, что вот разреши твой военник, пожалуйста. Третья страница. Служба по контракту. Поступил на службу военную по контракту. Она пустая. Все по факту пустое. В вооруженных силах РФ не служил.
Oh, not many Russian soldiers have died in the fields of Ukraine. I wonder why. What are all of these corpses without names? How can they? Oh yeah, definitely. Iran is doing a lot of problems, absolutely. Even if you push for some sort of coexistence, it's still going to be the problem of outside forces. It's like the yesterday conversation that we had about it being a similar situation to Bosnia, right? It's like the closest thing that you could get to one-state solution, possibly, is having a Bosnia situation where you have one state technically, but it's actually two states. But the problem in Bosnia is that Bosnia is breaking apart. And Bosnia is very likely to break apart very violently, in big part because you got Serbia right there, which is trying to push for the Serbian part of Bosnia to separate. They wanted to take the lands that they claim and to give them over to Serbia, right? And in the same way, if you create some sort of a one-state solution with Israel and Palestine, you're going to have outside influence. Right? It's senseless to pretend as if, you can just draw the borders and then put the peacekeepers on and there's going to be peace. There's not going to be peace. They're still going to be having influence of outside countries. And it just so happens that they exist in a part of the world which for a very, very long time did not want Israel to exist at all. Right? So no matter what sort of solution you think of, you're going to account for foreign influence. Americans have this innate talent for making things sound like it's impossible. They give up too fast and they expect to be weighted. Yeah, I feel it's a big part of just like chronically online people, because you make up a word for it. Like she made up, not she. it was someone else chronically online, but they make up a term for time blindness, right? And then once you use the term time blindness, like some of you heard it on stream right now, right? If you use it IRL, you put it into reality. You know? You use these types of words, you start explaining, like, I don't know, you're late to a meeting or something, you go, haha, I have time blindness. You're giving it into reality. You're bringing this thing to something real. And what you have there is you're going to have stupid little kids listening to that, genuinely thinking it's like an actual form of blindness. And then you have them growing up into people who want accommodation for that. I think it's a normal way that like the world moves. It was cringe of her to ask about it, definitely, and she should be laughed at. But, you know, there's always something sussy about grown-ass people taking these videos of kids being frankly stupid and then using them as a way to grow their account. There's always something sussy about that. They're trying to present the issue as something bigger than what it is. Like, reminds me of that one girl who was crying about the fact that she has to travel a long time to her work and then a long time back. So she has to be traveling daily to work for like few hours and then back from work. And she has basically no free time at all, right? And a bunch of adults were making stitches with the video, being like, ha, kids of today just don't want to work at all. Like, no, she's actually voicing a real concern. It makes sense. Of course, it's hard for you to go from like school where you have a lot of free time and your schedule is very set to give you enough free time. And then you go from that to this sort of a work environment where you have no free time during work days at all. Of course, it's really hard and it's okay for you to be bitching about it online. It is a bit cringe, but it's okay to be bitching about it. But they just present it as a bigger issue because they're trying to prop it up as like them, kids who are really spoiled and bratty and useless, versus us, adults who have an actual touch with reality. Oh, kingdom! We create a kingdom with a king. Who's gonna be the king?
Certainly a huge
like the
problem
Austro-Hungarian
with
Empire is going to
in
be
our
Israeli-Palestinian
political
Empire.
and in our academic institutions. And it's a threat to liberal values, a threat to democratic sustenance even. And a feature of the crisis is not just how out of control it is, but how it is invisible to most reasonable people. And that's why we're only a quarter of the way through exploring it with the beautiful community here. So I know that 60% of you still feel, well, is there really a problem? People just being progressive and, intolerant of gross injustice, which is ultimately real.
You get an article?
And I don't want to elaborate on our
Boomer
exploration
article,
now,
spoiled, give up, retire too
except to
quickly,
say
also
that
true.
Whatever is true about this point that I've just
That's why you have pension issues. Keep on working until you're 70. You should volunteer.
Throw things that absolutely don't belong there, and that's what happens in the culture wars. And there is
By the way, I need to set up my lights. My lights here look like very chaotic. I need to set them up in the room. They're just like on the bed. I woke up too late today.
I think a political counter-revolution.
I had a plan.
And indeed anti-democratic.
I had a whole plan to like do shit in the morning. I'm an idiot when it comes to that. I should just do all of my work until like 4 in the morning and then go to sleep and then wake up like a normal person. And instead I'm like, I'm gonna do everything in the morning and I don't do shit in the morning.
Liberal values are a huge problem now on university campuses all over the Western world, and it's a direct threat to democracy. But that doesn't mean you get to throw anything else you happen to not like or be ignorant of into that bucket. You don't get to throw the climate crisis into the identity.
Oh, Vlad Vexler trying to have a very nuanced conversation. I like this.
And you don't get to throw just about everything you happen to disagree with into that bucket. So it might seem here that time blindness is the most obvious.
It makes sense. What he is saying is just that it's a hard conversation to have.
Western.
I wonder how he's going to be exploring that shit.
Capitalist.
So like on one hand we have to acknowledge that the progressives are wrong on a lot of issues, right? And it creates issues like kids thinking they have time blindness. You have to acknowledge there's something wrong about this and you have to figure out a way to control this in a way, right? we must be able to have a conversation about the danger of this happening, but at the same time, we must be able to have actual conversations about people's rights and liberties, which is not going to be tainted by you thinking that everything is an ultra-progressive, value-harming society. And having these two conversations at the same time is nearly impossible. Now, it's like people who are unable to have a conversation about trans people without bringing into the conversation of that one Tumblr picture where there's like the whole body is male and one hand is female. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like you gotta be able to have a conversation about how harmful these cringe ideas and this very chronically online mindset, you have to be able to have a conversation about how it might be harmful to society overall without in the conversation dehumanizing people who actually, you know, do need our support. It's going to be interesting to follow him through this, to be honest. I personally just avoid the conversation of thoroughly, but it's going to be interesting to see him. Ooh. What did she do? She's rallying on camera? Ooh, 8,500 viewers. What you doing? She's not visible for 90% of the time. She stands to the side of camera talking to viewers, who simply stare at an inflatable hot tub for hours. Throughout the stream, she continually reiterates she is just about to get on and do regular countdowns. And they reach 0 and nothing happens, and then a countdown starts again. She does appear eventually, usually to perform bodyweight squats in the hot tub for 5 minutes, and then she moves off camera again. We should do that. 581 subs. I should do this shit. Holy shit, I want to have 500 subs. Could be paying off all of my bills with that shit. The chat on these streams is perhaps unsurprisingly rather toxic. It's Twitch. It's Twitch. Do you mean it's toxic? It's Twitch. Crab legs and Wendy's. But a USA topic. I mean, this was a very USA topic. Unified Commonwealth. Yeah. Like USSR. Okay guys, I'll be in the hot tub in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 4 3/4. Yeah, 4.5. Then it reaches 0 and she starts again. I mean, smart. So, I responded to this on Twitter. I saw this on Twitter. You old news sharer. Where's my response? Had a nice little pleasant conversation about it. Going to find it one day. Oh, it's 1:17. Hey guys, I have to leave soon, by the way. Did you know I have to leave soon? Are you boys aware that I have to be going soon? I have to start driving. Girl who just sits, semi-dances for hours. Denims? Who's Denims? One Hassan Obiter just plays his clips for 30 minutes before coming on stream. And sometimes it turns into an hour of Hassan clips as she gets ready. Oh! Who's Denims? I don't know who Denims is. Saturday? Ooh, I want to. I'll have to see though. I do want to. You guys know this video? Like I would like to be doing weekend streams too. I will have to see how this weekend goes. I still don't know if I have my car. That's the biggest issue. I'm supposed to be driving this weekend, so I won't be able to be on stream. But the car needs to be fixed. So I don't know if I'll be able to have a car to drive. And basically I'm going to learn, I'm going to know it like later today. Yeah, creation world problems. What did I tell you? Ever since we got into NATO, it's been boring. You know, previously people were like, am I gonna get blown the fuck up? Am I gonna get killed? Am I gonna get thrown into a mass grave? Holy shit. And now it's like, is my car gonna be fixed today or tomorrow? Gonna be able to stream today? I just got a new internet router. Does it fit with the room well? Because the previous one was white, and we have mostly white furniture, so it was blending in nicely. But now he brought in a black one, and now there's maybe too much contrast in the room. I need some black decorations to fit with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It used to be more interesting previously. Denims is a progressive streamer, best known for having sex in Destiny's bed without his permission. How did she access the bed? How did she get into the bed? It was his bed? Like his bed? His bed or like his hotel room or something? How did she access his bed? Did she bring in a dude into his bed to have sex in his bed? How did she get access to the room? Destiny's bed is... I mean, man's a hoe. Man's a hoe, it probably is. I'm pretty sure you could just, like, if you knew where he lives, you can probably just, like, go straight in. His wife sees you, she's like, hey, yo. His bedroom is right there. He let her into his house. Yeah, he probably lets anyone into his house. Man's a little slut, isn't he? I mean, all power to Destiny. He's a very, very smart dude. It's just that every once in a while I see a new drama about him having sex with a girl. It's just... I don't have anything against him being a hoe, you know what I mean? But like, at least you could be a bit more careful. What's that saying? Don't stick your dick in crazy? Why is he sticking his dick in crazy? He should have learned before the first like 20 mistakes he made on this. Seems like a relatively... But maybe he's having fun, you know? He is a streamer, I guess. How many... Let's be real. A streamer of that size, he streams for plenty hours. Okay, I get the notifications for him going live on Kick regularly. I don't really watch streams that much recently. No, it's not that you have to hide. Oh, that. I don't want to hide it. I want to have it displayed because I don't know, if you hide it like behind furniture, it's lazy. It looks bad. You have to move the furniture around and you have to hide it. Plus, I don't see the little lights shining. Beep, 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 beep. Because now I see the little lights and I'm like, okay, I have internet. And what if I don't see the little lights? Then I'm like, do I have internet? And then I have to go and check. No. But yeah, gotta be a smart hoe. If you're gonna be slutting around, be a smart hoe. Don't slut around with weird people. She displayed her vagina on stream. What? What? Is what? On purpose or accidentally? I really want to ask if there's a clip. Like, I keep on being like, my brain right now is Vicky, don't ask, Vicky, don't ask, Vicky, don't ask. I want to ask. Both? Is it like, have you guys seen that streamer, that other streamer who accidentally displayed his dick on Twitch, but he's still on? He's still on, he's still around. What's his name? The really hyperactive one. Nothing on my face. Oh, I was like, huh. Hey, by the way, I have to be leaving. Holy shit, I have to go. Listen, next stream either Monday or Saturday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Damn, I wish I was a hot girl so I could get viewers like you do. He gets viewers. He gets viewers, and his viewers are much better than the viewers he would get as a hot girl. He actually gets viewers who are interested in his opinions, and I feel it's. I'm feeling like I'm going too much into like good talk about Destiny. We need to criticize him a little bit, okay, to bring the balance. But I feel there's a certain type of a blessing in the situation where your opinions are so unique and so strong that you get an audience based on your opinions alone, right? Because he's able to do, like, he did streams recently just like researching the situation in Gaza. And I feel in that situation, where people are like actually interested in you doing your research on stream and like seeing how you reach the conclusions that you reach, I feel that's a great thing. And something like that is much more useful than viewers you would get as a hot girl. Like, go to hot girl streams, see their chat. Go to Destiny streams, see his chat. His community is much better than their community is. I genuinely think he is happy. I think he was saying it as a meme or something. his way of hitting on her, yeah, maybe that too. But like, his community is much better than communities you will get in hot girl chats. And I say this as a person who watches hot girls sometimes, okay? Like, I still watch Invader V regularly. I think she's fun to watch. But like, her chat is just trash. Her chat is absolute trash. Most of her chatters are people that, like, if you see them on the street, you would know. Okay, you wouldn't know. They would look slimy and disgusting and you would know. They are horrible. She does have really strong opinions though. And because of that, she does get a part of her chat who is genuinely there for her opinions, which are the best ones. But like, a lot of her chatters are just people who are commenting bullshit and being thirsty, and it's so boring. It's so boring. It's like when you go to Amaranth's chats, because Amaranth doesn't really build viewership on her opinions at all, I feel. She's one of those streamers who builds the viewership solely of her body. Her chat's disgusting. Her chat, like, I genuinely, I don't even go there because of her chat. I don't go there because of her chat. I'm not bothered by her walking around semi-naked and shit. And sometimes, you know, she does hang out with other streamers and it's relatively entertaining. But like, her chat is trash. Her chat is absolute trash. Jen Fox? I don't know who Jen Fox is. I'm gonna check it out, but I don't know who that is. Naked boobs in Twitch is okay. Just need to cover in the nips. Yeah, true. You need to have those little... That's why people can do body painting and you can paint on your entire body, but like, your nips have to be covered all the time. Selling beer made out of vaginal yeast. I've read about that. Hey, Indie Fox, that actually sounds familiar. Vaginal yeast doesn't generate enough alcohol. Calm, how would you know that? You're a hoe too. You're a hoe too. Do we have some sluts in chat? Weird people on Twitch, that's true. I mean, it's a stupid hobby to be doing though, right? It's a stupid hobby to be doing. You're sitting in front of a fucking camera talking to people writing shit on you. It's a weird hobby. You have to be a little weird to do it, at least. And then if you want to get a lot of viewers, you have to be a lot weird to be unique among all of the other weird people. You have to have a unique type of a weirdness. Which, you know, I guess we're all kind of fucked up in our own ways. But also I have to leave. It's 1:26. I had to leave 11 minutes ago, and that was like the last deadline, okay? And I'm still here. So next stream, likely Monday. If it's a surprise that it happens tomorrow, I will let you know, but likely Monday. Pray that I actually manage to wake up on time. Okay, next week. I hope I will, because it's still my vacation. What else? Yeah. Fucking love you guys. Stay strong, drink enough water, drink some alcohol, go and drink some beers for you. Remind yourself how good you are as a person. And, you know, never stop bullying.